Whew, okay. We're in for a doozy. Here we go. Y'all, I'm gonna come out and I'm just going to say it flat out. Say it with my whole chest. I don't like isekai anime. I just don't. There. That's it. That's the video. See ya. I'm kidding. No, there's going to be more to that, because of course there will be. I didn't invest my time doing this just so I could say something that was only, what, 28 seconds? Who knows? I just think that standard isekai, lazy genre. Yeah, I said it and I'm going to say it again. Lazy genre. It's all been done before. It's oversaturated and I'm tired of it. It's practically the same thing over and over and over again. The same story beats, the same protagonist, all the time. How are y'all not tired of that? Because I know I'm sick of it. I mean, you know, you can get reincarnated as practically anything. A vending machine, which I actually heard that one was okay, so maybe that one's not that bad. But you can be reincarnated as like a vending machine, a total fantasy knockout, and if you want to be extra fancy, ooh, you could be a demon lord. Now, isn't that groundbreaking? It's not. It's not groundbreaking at all. It's dull. It's boring. Next caller, bring me something else. I'm demanding that you bring me something else. Every single anime studio out there, hear me. Give me something else to work with. Okay, it's not the only genre that I have beef with, because I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't like giant robots. I've been doing this for a long time. I've been watching anime for a long time. That's the one genre that I just cannot get into. I can't. I try all the time, and I don't vibe with it. I also don't like harem anime. That's not true. I like reverse harems, but I'm biased. And sometimes I don't like shonens either. Right now, I'm hating on one shonen and one shonen only, and that's JJK. And I know that I'm going to catch like a lot of flack for that one. But, you know, that one's just a personal beef with the Studio Mappa. I'm not going to go into what they did to me, but they know what they did to me. And I'm just going to say 7 years, and I'm going to keep it pushing. 7 years. Getting back on topic. Isekai. Not my thing. This makes my blood boil. I just don't like it. I feel like we can do better. So yeah, that's it. That's the entire video. I don't like isekai anime. Or do I? I do. I like one subgenre of isekai anime, and that is Villainess Isekai anime. Now, if you decide to click off the video right here, right now, what does that say about you? Who do you think you are as a person? Because I know what I think of you as a person, but who do you think you are as a person? Villainess Isekai are like 10 times, 20 times, 30 times better than your standard isekai anime. Argue with the wall, because you're not about to argue with me. My statement stands. They are 10 times, 20 times, 30 times better than your standard isekai anime. And I'm not just saying that because I like the poofy dresses or the fantasy settings or like all of the male leads and stuff like that. No, they're fun. They are actually fun. They give you something to work with. They give you entertainment. They give you drama. They give you romance. What can you say about your standard isekai? That they sometimes give you romance? Yeah, like a harem of women that are scantily clad is actually romance. I'm telling you this now. If you slap the title Villainess into any, and I mean any show, I'll probably watch it. Probably. It could be something as stupid as, I'm the villainess and I got caught juggling in the city center and now I have to go be the jester for the demon lord. You know who's gonna go watch that? Me. Why? It has the word villainess in it. I just love the genre that much. I am willing to lower my standards for something like that. Like, that's how far I'm willing to go. And I'm just tired. I'm tired of seeing loser, male failure, cringy men getting hit by trucks and then getting reincarnated into like their fantasy or into some type of cool game or anything like that. I'm tired. You know what it's time for? I need to start seeing more overworked office ladies dropping dead at their front doorstep and then getting reincarnated into an otome game. That's what I want. Or like a light novel. That's what I want, and that's what I'm going to get. And that's what you're going to get, because that's what we're talking about today. We are talking about how Villainess Isekai is superior, it's supreme, it's on top. We are talking about how Villainess Isekai are the only isekais that you should watch. Or at least the ones that are like worth watching. So, who knows how long I've been yapping for. Let's see. I'll put like a little robotic voice in here right now.
4 minutes and 43 seconds. Get to the point already.
And I haven't really, made my points, said anything of substance. So let me go and do that now. I'm going to get to it when I get to it. I'm a time taker. I take my time. So the time has come. let's talk about why I don't like the standard isekai genre. Yeah, you read that title card correctly. They're boring. Again, you can argue with the wall, you can argue with your mama, but you're not arguing with me. You are just straight up not. And you cannot convince me that I am wrong in this opinion. They are boring. They are boring. I mean, like, the majority of protagonists in your standard isekai anime have like no personality, or if they do have the personality, it's like the personality of a wet sock. They're pathetic. And they're empty. It's like writing a soul song with no soul in it, just hollow, like a shell of itself. Like, who wants to sit down and watch something like that? You're willing to sit there for 12 to 13 weeks for 24 minutes every single week to watch something that lame? Couldn't be me. That's for sure. Definitely won't be me. So let's think about their stories for a second. I mean, like, they die and then they come back. And they get reincarnated into like this fantasy world where they may have to fulfill some prophecy, or they have to go and travel on an adventure. And I mean, they're born with a blank slate. And yeah, sure, technically things get born with blank slates all the time, but that's not my point. My point is that it's a self-insert power fantasy, which, like, okay, look, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I think you can find yourself in so many characters. You can look at many characters and be like, wow, I relate to that character so much. I see myself in that character so much. I agree with that. You can think that Villainess Isekai do the exact same thing, except for it's more like romance instead of, I am that character and that character is me. But no, in your standard isekai, it's like you're supposed to look at that character and just go, wow, we are one in the same. But like, how do you find yourself in a character that has no personality? That's a genuine question. How do you go and how do you do something like that? And they all have like the concepts of a personality. Like, this guy's tough and this guy's smart and this one's a pervert. Not a personality trope, but I've seen it several different times that I think that the studios are starting to think that it's a personality trope. It's not. We got to move past that one. Hey, it's 2025. I don't want to see characters like that anymore. It's time to move past that. These characters don't really have to work towards anything unless you count like becoming stronger and becoming the best as something that they have to work for. Everything, and I mean everything, is practically handed to them. They get the powers when they pop into that world. Their abilities are there when they pop up into that world. The women are there when they get into the world. And I know for a fact that some of these women just have low standards. They do. That's sad for them. There's hardly any personal growth, and there's barely any self-sacrifice. It's just low stakes, and then sometimes you see like a boobie on screen, and that can be fun. Not for me. Maybe for you guys. Not for me though. But Villainess Isekai. Villainess Isekai. That is exactly where it's at. Our protagonists aren't just dropped into the world to fulfill some type of vague prophecy or to get stronger. No, she's put into a world that is actively working against her. The world doesn't like her when she gets up in there. And she's trying to make sure that she doesn't die again. I mean, like, she already died once. Like, what would be the point of dying twice? Like, that just negates the entire purpose. She's doomed from the start. Like, fate wants her dead. And if not dead, then definitely exiled. Or if not exiled, then exiled and dead. That's for fun. Maybe a prison sentence, something like that. But most of the time dead. Our villainesses are trying to rewrite their own narratives. And I just think that's like a billion times more fun than sitting there and watching absolutely nothing happen on your screen. Don't you think? I'm going to answer that one for you. The answer is yes. And I know that I'm right. These ladies feel like real people going through as real as it possibly can be. It's fantasy after all. Real problems and making the best of their situations. And, I think my main thing is that they get a chance to really use their past to do that. Mostly the standard isekai tend to go out of their way to make sure that their protagonist does not think about their past. And if they do make them think about it, it's mostly to power them up. Right? I'd be like, I don't want to be the person that I was in my past life. I need to change. I need to grow. Which, I guess is technically growth. Maybe I keep negating myself. But Villainess Isekai, they definitely focus on their past. It's a mixture of focusing on the past of the villainess that they got reincarnated as, or their past selves that, who they used to be when they were younger. When they were a different person. And they use who they were in their past lives to shape their present and their future. So yeah, that's the main reason why I don't like standard isekai. No personality, no stakes, barely any storytelling, stuff like that. And like I said, I don't want to see boobies on my screen. That's just not my thing. Again, your thing. Do it. Watch it if you want. I want to see some growth. I want to see some depth. Just give me something rather than a whole pile of nothing. I want fun. I'm looking for fun. I'm looking for something that's entertaining. And maybe if I'm like in a sad mood, something cathartic, but mostly entertainment. While standard isekai tend to explore who a character can become in this new world, Villainess Isekai explores who the characters were, who they are, and who they're going to be. And it's that introspection that I like so much about Villainess Isekai. It's the refusal of that preordained fate, the working towards making sure that that fate doesn't happen. That is what I enjoy about it. But hey, if you don't want to take my word for it, then you don't have to. Now might be the time that you can click off. I'll allow you to click off now. Go on. You may leave. Now, those who want to stay, we're going to talk about some of my personal favorites. So let's get to it. And these are going to be fun. I'm very excited to talk about these. All right, so now it's time for me to convert you non-Villainess Isekai believers into Villainess Isekai believers like me. It is time for you to be anointed in the blood of Villainess Isekai, and I'm here and I'm going to do that for you. So we're going to start off by talking about one of my absolute favorite shows, period. Okay, love this show. Love it so much. We're talking about My Next Life as a Villainess, All Routes Lead to Doom. And it's second season. It has 2. So there's no excuse for you to not watch it. Let's go. Katarina Claes. Man, what can I say about her? She's living proof that sometimes all you really need to survive a doom-flagged life is relentless optimism, emotional cluelessness, and a hoe. Yeah. Isekai in general is a genre that's filled with overpowered protagonists and fantasy wish fulfillment. Like I said earlier, the protagonists are created to be a self-insert power fantasy for the audience. Katarina stands out because her greatest strength is her personality. She doesn't gain epic powers or become some tactician genius. In fact, she literally sucks when it comes to her magic. Like, all she can use is her earth bump, and when that doesn't work out, she chooses to learn how to grow veggies. Katarina isn't just compelling because she's kind. No, her kindness is so sincere even when it's inconvenient. That is what makes her a great protagonist. And I honestly think it's because she's not bright enough to be mean. Like, at all.
そもそもここに書かれたような緻密な嫌がらせなんて単純な姉さんにできるはずがないよ。君たち本当に姉さんがこんな嫌がらせをしてるところを見たの？
本当ですわ。カタリナ様がこのようなことをなさるはずがありません。カタリナ様はとても単純な方です。
全くその通りだ。
She befriends everyone, even the heroine. She accidentally builds a bisexual harem, which, come on, if you don't love her for that, then like, what are you doing? She's not trying to manipulate anyone or game the system. She's just doing her best and having fun while she's at it, and in doing so, she breaks the entire structure of the original story. That's what makes her so effective. Her personality is disruptive, not by force, but by simply being impossible to hate. Standard isekai protagonists are often blank slates, chosen ones with cheat codes, I like to call them. Katarina, though, she's memorable, she's absolutely hilarious, she's weirdly competent at making friends, but weirdly incompetent at realizing that she's made them, and incompetent at magic too. And that's exactly why she works, because personality, when done well, is more powerful than any magic system. And my girl Katarina, she's got that in spades. You know what else she has? A movie. There is a My Next Life as a Villainess movie that is just existing out there in a void, and I am patiently waiting for Crunchyroll to pick it up. Crunchyroll, seriously, like, what are you doing? You guys have the Spy Family movie out, and you had the Blue Lock movie, and you had the Haikyuu movie, and you already had the JJK movie, even though technically that came out before the My Next Life as a Villainess movie. When are we picking that up? We got that announcement October 2022. It's 2025. I want the movie. You better not Studio Mappa me. I'm getting sick and tired of being Studio Mappa'd. Sorry, little tangent there. Let's move past that and get back on track. Somehow she manages to stumble her way into the hearts of everybody that's around her, and into my heart too. As I said, she's one of my personal favorite characters. Probably the best character to come out of that show. If you're looking for personality, she's got it. But you know who doesn't have it? Your Kiritos and your other characters from your regular isekai. They haven't got it, but she definitely does. Then we have my girl Eileen from I'm the Villainess, So I'm Taming the Final Boss. That's my girl right there. Okay, she's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment. My girl Eileen starts off her story as a massive loser. And that's not me being mean. No, that's me stating facts like look at her. She's at a ball, getting dumped by the prince in front of everyone. Here's why I like her so much. After she gets her memories back from like her past life or whatever, she chooses not to spiral or panic. Instead, she takes her breakup and she takes it gracefully and goes about trying to find a way to save her new world where she is. You know, she's just maxing, relaxing. That's not true. She's trying to figure herself out. And she does that by negotiating with the Demon King. What sets her apart isn't just her quick thinking or her ability to talk anyone and everything into working with her, it's that she's willing to lose everything to protect the people that she cares about. She throws herself into danger again and again and again, even when she believes that there may not be anything in it for her. She's just so, like, oh my god, she is great and I love her. And I brought him up earlier, but Claude, the Demon Lord, yeah, this man. He's got that emotionally isolated vibe, which I love. God, I love a man like that. And you know who else loves him? Eileen. Eileen loves that emotionally vulnerable man, and I'm so into it. She refuses to let him stay by himself, and she challenges him, defends him, fights for him, even when it puts her in danger, especially when it puts her in danger. I'm not gonna 100% spoil it for you, but look at the end scene. You'll see it. Speaking of Claude, that man is obsessed with her. She bags the Demon Lord, and when I say that he's obsessed with her, I mean this in like the most healthy kind of way possible. Like he is all in for her. If I can find it, I need to find that clip where he basically says, I don't know what it was, but I had to stop and I had to bring my hand to my chest because I got romance for a second there. I was like, oh my god.
何かする人間がいたら叩きのめしてやりますわ。私だってアーモンドが可愛いんですから。
不思議だな。君を泣かせたいという気持ちに変わりはないんだが、たまにドロドロに甘やかして君をダメにしてしまいたくなる。
This villainess is overtly strategic, strong-minded, and her only weakness is a sexy demon lord, which, I mean, come on. If that does not make her a prime protagonist to you, I don't know what will. She's such a rare gem in the isekai landscape. In your standard isekai, so many protagonists are like passive reactors. Eileen flips that on its head, and she chooses to do the saving because she wants to. And because she has to if she doesn't want to die, but that's not what we're here to talk about. But she also wants to save her man, and I can't knock her for that. That's why I love me some Eileen. It's so good that I started collecting the manga for it. Like, after the first episode, I was like, I need the manga. Hand me the manga. Hand it over. I need it. Also, by the way, I really, really enjoy the opening for this show as well by Rie Takahashi. I can't say the title of this because I will, oh my god, I'll butcher it. But go give this a listen and go give the show a watch. Please. That one's really good. You know who else is like a really great protagonist? Raeliana from Why Raeliana Ended Up at the Duke's Mansion. My video, my rules. Technically, she isn't a villainess, but what I say goes, and I say she stays, so there. We're gonna keep moving forward. Okay, so Raeliana clocks the problem as soon as she wakes up in her new world. She's a side character who dies to kick off someone else's story. Doesn't that just suck? Like, I think it definitely does. And more than that, it makes her stakes completely and utterly clear. She knows exactly what kind of danger she's facing if she doesn't find a way out. And really, what better strategy for survival than cold, ruthless calculation and a partnership with a powerful, really, really hot duke? Raeliana chooses to rip apart her fate and sets terms and makes deals with Noah, the duke that I mentioned earlier. I swear it's like these two are always riffing off one another. Like, their chemistry is completely and utterly insane. It is so, so good. Their banter is great. I prefer the dub of this one, by the way. I'm a sub and dub watcher. This one, I prefer the dub. I think both actors voice acted.
Unfortunately, our fun must come to an end. Now I shall take my leave.
Is he for real? What part of that was fun?
If you find yourself needing anything, don't hesitate to ask. Nothing is out of our reach at this estate, Raeliana.
The immense consideration you continue to show for me warms my heart so much that I could almost cry, Your Grace. Given your generosity, I suppose I shan't hesitate to ask. The only thing I desire right now is a bit of space to be by myself. So get the heck out, pal.
But that's not the point. No, the point is that her plot isn't based on luck. It's based off of how clever she is. Her survival is based on her paying attention to her surroundings and fighting when she needs to. I genuinely think, and I'm really searching into my mind, I think she might be the first villainess I've ever seen wield a gun. This villainess isn't your regular isekai protagonist that'll get by due to plot armor. No, Raeliana works for her happy ending. Round of applause for an unforgettable protagonist. Yay, Raeliana. She's a prime example of stakes and how raising them can definitely keep the plot interesting. Oh boy. Okay, I hope I don't mess up the title of this one. I always do. Here we go. 7-time loop. The villainess enjoys a carefree life living with her worst enemy? I think I hope I got that right. I didn't. It's actually the villainess enjoys a carefree life married to her worst enemy. You win some, you lose some. Y'all, I love me some 7th time loop. Yes, this show is so much fun. It's got this really chill story, which I think is perfect because it takes place after Riche has lived 6 previous lives. In all of those past lives, she had a different occupation. She was a knight, she was a caravan person, a doctor. However, in each life, she somehow gets got, and by God I mean killed, by Prince Arnold. And now in her 7th life, all she wants to do is literally nothing. And you know what? I can't knock a girl for that. Because that's exactly what I would do, except for I would have been relaxing that 2nd time around. I think the reason why I love her story so much is because she's not really doing anything. All she wants is to live a peaceful life. This is one of those shows where there's no action. And in this instance, it serves its narrative. Riche feels more grounded than just about any other isekai protagonist. I also think the fact that this isn't her first time coming back really adds to her character. Riche has life experience and emotional intelligence. In each time loop, she's learned something. And in this newest loop, she's putting it all together to not only change her country, which will end up war-torn, but to also carve out a corner of it where she can actually just, chill out, relax, maybe kick her feet up, sip a margarita, martini, whatever you're into. Riche feels like a real person. You know what? Yeah, I think that's it. Riche feels like a fully competent person. She isn't some girl who gets dropped into a novel or into an otome game. That's what makes her different from everybody else on this list. She's always belonged in this world, and that's what makes her fight to change her fate feel all the more personal. She's not rewriting a script she's read in another life, and that's why she's on this list. That in her story is so good. And Arnold is there too, I guess. He's there. That's fun. I'd like to see where that relationship goes, because she keeps getting killed by his hand. So I'd love to see where that goes. All I know is that I really enjoyed the story that she had to tell. That was a great season. I want another season of that one. And while we're at it, I want another season of why Raeliana ended up in the Duke's mansion. And the movie. We're circling back to the movie. I want the My Next Life as a Villainess movie. I also read manga. I bet you couldn't tell based off of what's behind me. There's more around the room, but I do read manga. And I love cross-dressing villainess Cecilia Sylvie and the Princess of Convenient Plot Devices, but mostly cross-dressing villainess. If you're going to pick up any of the two that I just talked about, pick up the first one. Grab cross-dressing villainess. That one is so good. It's very funny. They finally released volume 6 recently. Hopefully we get volume 7 soon, but I understand that it's probably going to take a while. But I love that one. That one's really fun. Our ladies in this genre bring exactly what the oversaturated isekai market is missing. Personality, stakes, stories. They're not just here to entertain us, they are here to subvert our expectations, and consider my expectations subverted. I have loved every single one of these shows / mangas, and I honestly think that you should definitely go pick up or watch all of the ones that I just recommended. Now, I understand. You're looking at me and you're like, of course you're going to say all this stuff. You're biased. And yes, you're correct. But I'm also unbiased, okay? I know when things are good, but I also know when things are bad. And we do have some turds. Not everything can be a diamond. Sometimes you pick something up and it's poop. These are poop. These are bad. These are really, really, really bad. Let's go on and talk about the bad ones this time.
Not this.
Not everything can be a banger. Not every genre can have banger after banger. It's just not possible. I mean, let's look at the death game genre. You got some good ones, and then you have some really, really bad ones, like King's Game. And that's the only example that I'm willing to give, because I absolutely hate King's Game. And if you are one of the people who likes King's Game, why? I'm so serious. Why? Why do you enjoy something like that? Please tell me in the comments. I would love to know. We are talking about the absolute worst of the worst here, and that's saying something because it's not that many. There's only two. Maybe, or two anime, one manga that I'm willing to talk about. So let's get to it. Most Heretical Last Boss Queen. That one's bad. That one is extremely bad. There's nothing that I can say that's positive about, you know what, that's not true. There is one thing positive that I can say about Most Heretical Last Boss Queen, and that is that the opening is genuinely really, really good. I love the opening for that one. Hopefully you can hear it underneath it, unless this gets copyrighted and then you won't hear it. But this one, at least go check out the opening. The opening's really good. Does it have great animation? No. Does it have great characters and character building? No. Nothing happens in this show. Like nothing at all. If you were to ask me any of the plot elements that take place in this show, I can't say anything about it. I think I can only say one thing. I can describe what the characters look like. And I can say one thing, and that's Junya Inoki, the voice actor, Japanese voice actor, for Itadori from JJK is in it, I think, as like the white-haired boy with the ponytail. If there was a white-haired boy with a ponytail. That's how bad it was. It's just not memorable. Now again, I only picked this one up because it had the word villainess in the title. And this was one of the ones where I did lower my standards to watch it. Would I recommend this one? No. Would I recommend listening to the opening? Again, yes. Definitely go listen to the opening. It's really, really good. But yeah, no. This show sucks. It's not good. It's not. Now, on the opposite end, we have Villainess, level 99. I may be the hidden boss, but I'm not the demon lord. That one had its moments. I did laugh at it. But I'm putting it over here with Most Heretical Last Boss Queen because sometimes it was like super terrible. And also mostly because of that CGI dragon. Because that thing is a monstrosity. That's an affront to nature. Get rid of it. It's the characters. I'm putting it here because of the characters. Not the villainess. She was great. I thought she was very funny. She was genuinely the funniest part about the show. Her romantic interest, Keith, Kevin, Kel, I don't know what his name was. Something with a K. He was sweet. I thought they had a very nice romance. And the blonde girl, she was great. I liked her too. She was fun. She was a great addition. It's everybody that's like on the heroine side that I just could not stand. And not like your standard like, they're just not my favorite. Like, no. For me, I have this scale of characters that I just don't like. At the top of the scale is Akito-sama from Fruits Basket, and at the bottom of the scale is Adam from Skate the Infinity. They are leaning towards the Adam end of the scale. I just don't like them. The glasses boy was awful. The red-haired boy was awful. The blonde boy was equally terrible. They're just not good characters, and the heroine was also pretty bad. I just did not like her. I didn't. Sorry, but it's the truth. If anything, maybe go check this show out. Like, if it sounds like something that you'd be interested in, like if you read the synopsis for it and you were like, maybe, go give it a go. I think the plot line in general is a lot of fun. She just trains up with her black magic to the point where she can just like one punch an enemy and everybody around her's like, oh my god, she's like scary and crazy, and she's just super chill. She's got nothing. She's funny.
Yumiera! いきなりなんてことをしてくれたんだ。
何をそんなに怒って。あ、そうか。光栄が消耗しすぎて前衛のレベル上げができないから怒ってるんだな。心配しなくても大丈夫ですよ。魔力切れの方もいるでしょうから、次の足止めは私がやります。
は？次？やめろ!
Everybody else. That's the main problem, is everybody else. If we just had a show centered on her, we'd be good. Everybody else, though, manga-wise, real quick, this one's gonna be super, super fast. Don't pick up the villainess stance the heroes. I don't like it. You might not like it. Maybe you will. I don't know. Hey, if you read it and you really enjoy it, that's good. I didn't enjoy it, though. I didn't enjoy it. I hated it. If you want to pick that one up, though, definitely go and do it. But also, I would say save your money. Go buy anything else. Ooh, you know what? Go pick up Skip and Loafer. Tamon's B-side. This is for my shoujo girlies only right now. Skip and Loafer, Tamon's B-side, No Longer Heroine. Ooh, the drama in that one's really, really good. Go grab those. Go grab those. Don't grab this one. Pick those up first, and then if you're really thinking about it, if the cover of it looks kind of interesting, grab it. If not, skip it. So yeah, those titles flopped, And sometimes things flop a little bit harder than others. These flopped super hard. And that's okay, because I still watch them, and a part of me enjoys something about them. So that's good. All right, we've been talking for a long time. It is time to finish this thing off. Let's go. Let's end it.
So,
No, I'm saying
what now?
I mean, it's not specifically for that audience. You just make music, right?
It's time for class participation time. What did we learn? You have to answer because you get 5 points if you answer correctly. All right. Hopefully you did answer correctly. The correct answer is Villainess Isekai are superior and on top of your standard regular isekai. We also learned a little bit more than that. We learned that the Villainess Isekai subgenre has carved out a niche for itself in the oversaturated regular isekai genre, which is becoming all too predictable. We learned that our leading ladies bring personality, they bring stakes, they bring great storytellings, and they bring great openings too. Isekai as a whole doesn't just have to be the thing about power scaling, power fantasies, eye candy. Again, we can do a lot more with the isekai genre. And yeah, I have been dogpiling all over your regular isekai genre the entire time that I've been talking. But there are some of them that I actually do enjoy, right? I really liked the slime anime, that time I got reincarnated as a slime anime. I've heard really good things about Overlord, stuff like that. I just really want better for the genre. I want the isekai genre to dig deeper. And I also want you, specifically you, I'm talking to you. I'm looking directly at the camera. You. I want you to start watching Villainess Isekai. And you know what? This one's to the studios now. I want more Villainess Isekais per season. I don't know how many we get per season. Not that many. And I don't know how many regular isekai we get per season. That's a lot. I don't even have to go and count. I just know that it's a lot. Maybe we'll have some scrolling past the screen here. Maybe not. If I know what I'm doing. We might not. We'll see. We might have the number though. I just want more people, more women specifically, to be changing the narratives of their stories. I'd rather have women that are changing the narratives of their stories than men just sitting around doing absolutely nothing other than getting stronger and wielding a claymore or a sword or some type of magic power. Give me something else. I mean, you know, nobody wants to sit around for 12 weeks or 13 weeks, one episode per week, 24 minutes, watching the same thing over and over and over again. We gotta branch out. It's time to change. It's time for us to have a Villainess Isekai revolution. It is time for us to do and be better as a genre. And hopefully after sitting through however many minutes this video is, you agree with me and we're all on the same page. So basically, what I'm saying at the end of the day, if you didn't stick around for the entire thing and you only skipped to right now, what I'm saying is this: kick the regular isekai to the curb and pick up a Villainess Isekai, like right now. Or if you're not gonna watch like all of the shows that I recommended, at least watch one. At least watch My Next Life as a Villainess. That way Crunchyroll can hear me and actually release the movie. Because like I said, I don't want to be Studio Mappa twice. Okay, oh my gosh, thank you so much for watching first ever YouTube video. Hopefully I do it well and hopefully you enjoyed it. I'm really passionate about like anime and pop culture in general, and I don't really make a lot of videos. I've made some for classes, you know, I've made some for my undergrad, I've made some for my grad school stuff, but this is my first time genuinely sitting here and talking about something that I like. And the next video I might talk about something that I dislike, you know, it could be something like how I don't like CGI in anime. I hate CGI anime horses, like with a fire that burns deep inside my face, like flames on the side of my face, heaving, all of that. I hate it. I really want to talk about like Haikyuu, other stuff, or if you have something that you want me to talk about, I'd love to sit and talk about it, like if I know anything about it. Oh my gosh. But yeah, thank you for sitting through this video. Thank you so much for watching. I have been AJ, your Villainess Isekai girly, I guess, for this week, and I will see you next time.